Hi, I'm here to read the book Moosletoe. It's by Margie Palatini and illustrated by Henry Cole. Just get a good look. Wonder what happens. Moosletoe. That must be Mr. and Mrs. Moose. This was written in 2000. And in the front it says, "For Francine, who is always perfectly perfect." And to Catherine, who makes every day feel like Christmas. 'Twas the season, and Moose was merry. He joyfully tickled the ivories with a tune full of tidings and a flurry of fa-la-las. He was so full of ho-ho-hos, even his moustache had the holiday spirit. But Moose was more than just a bit merry and bright. He was busy, busy, busy. There was a lot to be done on his list of to-dos. But with orderly organization, a bit of regimentation, lots of imagination, and just plain old Moose know-how, getting ready for the big day should have been simple, easy. Yes, in all probability, just perfectly perfect. He wasted not one merry minute. Moose got moving and put some hustle into the holiday bustle. He went to work. He wrote cards and letters till his hooves hurt. Check. He shopped till he dropped. Check. He hauled home boxes and bags and presents galore. Moose had gifts for everyone stacked from ceiling to floor. Check, check, check. Then he rapped, yo, yo, yo. Then he ribboned, ho, ho, ho. And on each and every package he tied a big, beautiful bow. Check and double check. So far, so simple, so easy, so perfectly perfect. Another look at the list, and Moose headed for the kitchen. He pulled out pots, pans, and bowls, sifted through stacks of and racks of cookbooks. He whisked with his left, spooned with his right. Moose baked tons of tins of cookies. Check. Dozens of cakes, breads, and sweets. Check, check, check. He made jellies, sticky jams. Moose roasted a goose with some chestnuts. He roasted marshmallows and yams. Check, check, check. Triple check. Yes, yes, so simple, so easy, but of course, so perfectly perfect. Decorations were up next on his list of things to do and get done. So Moose decked the halls. Then he spruced up the walls. He beaded and bowed and moosletoed. He gathered garlands, roped wreaths, and holly, jingled bells, sang noels, and oh, good golly, this moose was jolly. Check, 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 check. Last but not least, he hung all the stockings, each and every one with special care, and just in time, too, Santa would soon be there. Look at their stockings. Check and final check. Yes, sirree, getting ready for Christmas was an absolute snap. And so simple, so easy. And if he did say so himself, Moose thought totally, utterly, completely, perfectly perfect. On that night before Christmas, Mother, little Sissy, Bucky, and Junior looked all through the house. What a job Moose had done. Everything looked bountiful, festive, quite fine indeed. There was one minor problem, if you will. "Oh dear," sighed the missus as the five stared at the empty corner. Oh my, oh me, oh gee. Pop, what happened? Cried Junior. You forgot the tree. Oops! Where would they hang the tinsel, string the popcorn, light the lights? Where would Santa leave his gifts for kiddies on Christmas Eve night? So Moose pulled on his galoshes and put on his hat. He would find a tree somewhere, somehow. That's all there was to that. So out went the Moose, braving blustering, blowing winds in the cold, trudging through snowdrifts, courageous and bold. First, Moose hoofed down to the corner. Not a tree to be had. Then he slid around the block. Uh-oh. Things were looking bad. He went down every boulevard, street, and little road. He looked down lanes and alleys. See, it says, Christmas trees, all gone. Trees, sold out. And here it says Spruce Street and Pine Street, sold out. Fresh cut trees, sold out. The hardware store. Every tree had been sold. There wasn't a branch, twig, not even one lousy bowless bough hanging around. Nope, not a nothing. Not a tree to be found. No trees, sighed a sad Moose as he came home empty-handed that snowy eve. The kids tried to make the best of it. They said, oh, who needs a tree? But Moose could plainly see that they were short on the glee. He knew he had to do something, and that's just what he did. In the empty corner he sat, and he smiled at his children, and he winked at his bride. Kids, he declared, fetch your forgetful pop some of that tried and true family glop. Dear Santa, we don't have a tree, but leave presents here. That's what the kids are writing. I wonder what he's going to do in the corner with the tried and true family glop. So the kids came back carrying a big pot of glue, and without a word to one another, they knew just what they would do. They each took a part, grabbing strands, taking hold. Then, carefully, oh so carefully, they glopped. And they plopped, and they pasted, and they pressed. They curled and twirled every which way a follicle could fathom, until Moose's magnificent moustache was indeed even more of a marvel to see. Oh my goodness, take a look. Moose is volunteering to be the Christmas tree. He has that big moustache. I moustache you a question. Moose was just a few needles shy of being an evergreen tree. They strung Moose with lights from his head to his toes. They draped him with tinsel, beginning right with his nose. They hung balls that were shiny and bells that twinkled, candy canes, berries, and plums, sugar sprinkled. Then they all stood back. Junior plugged in his pop. Ooh, ah. Yes, Moose was truly one incredible sight. He was glorious and glowing, and boy, oh boy, was he ever bright. Then Junior placed a star on the top of Moose's head. He gave him a kiss and a pat, and they all headed off to bed, except Moose, of course. He stayed in the corner instead, still twinkling and blinking and waiting for Santa. Oh, it wasn't so simple, and it wasn't so easy, and okay, it wasn't so perfectly perfect, but you know what? It was pretty close. Ho, ho, ho. The end.